Hey everyone, it's me, Joey, aka Sunshine Sparkles. I'm here today kind of making a weird video that I didn't expect to make. I was actually in the middle of filming a different video for this channel I was really excited about, and then I'm sure EDM community, you have heard about this, but the Datsik apology video came out. So I decided I'm gonna take this time to stop what I was doing with the other video and kind of give my commentary, my thoughts. I want to know also like what you guys think about this whole situation. A lot of drama happening in the EDM community right now. But yeah, so I'm just gonna break the whole thing down. If you're not familiar with Datsik, he is a dubstep artist. He's had some really killer albums. I actually saw Datsik at Countdown New Year's Eve 2 years ago, I think, and it was great. It was one of the best sets I've ever seen. You guys know I love dubstep, so I was really vibing, having a great time. He had some really sick drops, and just all around it was a great performance. Loved his music, huge fan, all of that, Ninja Nation. Then it all came out about a year and a half ago that Datsik was accused of sexual assault, of abusing his celebrity power to use his fans, young girls, and invite them to after parties and, you know, get them really drunk and assault them. This was all during the time of like the Me Too movement, and all this stuff was coming out about, you know, celebrities abusing their power. Another thing, if you haven't heard about this, was the Tulsa passes. Basically, Tulsa is a slut backwards. So basically, he would give girls these special Tulsa wristbands and give them like backstage access and like whatever perks, like to try to get them to like, you know, come and do stuff with him. But like they didn't realize that he was just calling them sluts and demeaning them and just to get what he wanted. Okay, now I'm gonna read you guys some of the original allegations that were made against him. I think it was mostly through Facebook, like EDM groups and stuff like that, that people were kind of putting together the pieces that like, oh, like I've had this experience with him, or like, oh, my friend has had this experience with him. Sort of just like piecing together this whole puzzle of what a terrible person he is or was. It's kind of like once you see this pattern from so many people repeating it was just like a domino effect. @_Princess J, she said, y'all, I have to delete my original tweet due to request for privacy. Here it is for the 3rd time, please retweet. So this was in a Facebook group, and someone said, my friend won meet and greet passes for a Datsik show. She went to the box office, messaged his tour manager, and his managers asked, are you all girls? And she said, yes, 2 girls, not really thinking of what he meant. So the 2 girls and their boyfriends show up to the meet and greet that they won, and the tour manager kicks them off for bringing their boyfriends with them. This happened in Knoxville, 2014, I believe. Another person on this same thread says, he had sex with my friend while she was so drunk she couldn't recall her name on the hood of a car, then told her to hang on while they went back on the bus, and then they left her there. She still has his jacket that he left with her. What a great guy. Then she texted him the next day like he asked her to do, and he told her not to contact her again and that he had a long-term girlfriend. Space Jesus basically slapped a security guard in the face because they wouldn't allow him to bring underage, under 21 girls backstage. They were like 10. Another person says, I stopped being a fan of Datsik when I had to pick my best friend up, drunk as fuck with vomit on herself, without any panties, still don't know if he took them off or what, freezing in the middle of winter. She had no phone on her and told him this, and he still left her. A bartender thankfully knew me and knew her and called me. And this was a private message to, I think, the original tweeter, Princess J. We had no bad experiences with Space Jesus, but basically Datsik was extremely fucked up and being super creepy towards my friend and I. He was doing K in the back of the bus with them and kept trying to fuck my friend, and then when he came up to the front room where I was, the first thing he did when he saw me was sit down next to me and call me cute and grabbed me and went in to kiss me. I moved my face back and he literally pulled a section of my hair to bring my face towards him. He kept sitting on my friend and kept being creepy and touchy, and then would come back and put his arms around me and ask me to go to another room with him, and I'd say no and try to change the subject. And I think we all know where this is going. So those are some of the original allegations. I know that there's a lot more actually about him. So he dropped off the face of the planet after that. Literally no one heard from him. His socials were dead. Like nothing from this man. He didn't put out any new music. There was some people still siding with him. It was really controversial in the EDM community. Kind of forget about the dude for a while. Like, didn't really miss him. There's other dubstep artists that don't assault women, so didn't really need him, you know? And there was so many people making these allegations about him too, it just seemed like it's true. I'm gonna look up his original apology. Basically, he said, "On the real" was his caption, and it's like a note that kind of says what I'm just gonna read it. "Yo everyone, this is a very serious matter to me. There have been recent allegations against me for things I have not done. I am a vibe reader. I hang out with a ton of people after every show." Hold on, I need to put on my glasses. I'm blind. "I am a vibe reader." A vibe reader? What the fuck, dude? Really? "I hang out with a ton of people after every show, and I always keep a positive vibe. I would never bend anyone against their will, and I mean that shit. I'm an adult, I've seen and been through it all. But these claims are shaking me to the core. This type of shit is detrimental to my persona, and I truly take pride in being myself and being honest. I want everyone to know that I am being the best Datsik that I can, as well as being the best Troy that I can be. You should know that tour is a safe and fucking rad zone for us all. It really breaks my heart when people feel upset at the end of the day because I am a good person." He then tweeted, then one of his close friends in the EDM community, Excision, my love, you all know how much I love Excision. He then on Facebook said, so if Excision is, dumping Datsik, you know it's real. Like, you know he believes this is to be true, and that's just, Excision wouldn't lie. So then his record company, Firepower Records, said, on the same night that all of these allegations were finally coming to light, Datsik basically tweeted, "Tulsa passes were written by a fucking tool on our tour and we fired him." So he's admitting to the Tulsa passes, admitting that they at least were a thing and that they fired him, but they didn't really offer any condolences to the victims or anything like that. So still, even if that's true, it sounds pretty suspicious to me that you didn't apologize publicly about this person if you knew that this was going on your tour under your watch. So I'm reading on billboard.com right now that he was actually dropped from Dexstar and Circle Talent Agency as well. He even got dropped from F Word, his joint DJ partnership. Here's what F Word had to say on Instagram. This all led him to cancel the remainder of his Ninja Nation tour, so if you canceled your whole tour, like, you know you did something wrong. All right, so then last night, or yeah, I guess yesterday, I didn't see it till like way later when my friend messaged me about it. I didn't even see it because I was at work and school all day, you know, grinding. But then I fucking saw this video and I was like, what the heck? And all my friends were asleep, so no one was here to talk about this tea with me. So here I am talking to YouTube about the tea. He comes in all wishy-washy, sits down in his chair in like what clearly looks like a still really nice house. Like, he obviously didn't suffer too much financially from all of this. And it's how long? It's a 7-minute long video of him talking about his own personal life. Not once does he really address the victims and the hurt and the distress, emotional pain that probably caused so many women. Not once did he mention abusing his power. He talks about like mental health and like checking into a facility, which is like great, but you need to also take accountability for your actions. You still need to be like, yeah, what happened, what I did was wrong. Like, it was not okay, and it was an abuse of power, and I'm not going to do that again because he's talking about, oh, I've been in the studio for like a year and a half now. Like, okay, cool, you're gonna make music, but are you gonna stop assaulting women? Are you gonna treat them better? Like, what are you going to do differently to make this right and to show women that you're not a terrible person and that you respect them? But you didn't once mention any of that or take accountability for your actions. Therefore, I don't want to give my support back to this person because I don't believe that he really thinks he did anything wrong. I think he wants to continue making music and he wants to be famous again and having adoring fans, and like, he doesn't want to like do anything to jeopardize that. But I don't think he really thinks that what he did was wrong in the first place. I still don't trust him. I don't think he deserves the fame that he has. There's so many other amazing dubstep artists that don't do this that we should be supporting out there. Like Excision, who immediately, once these allegations came out, ended that friendship and was real about it. So there's people that don't do this that should definitely be the ones that are getting our support instead. It's just hard to feel bad for someone when they're not apologetic of their actions in the past. Anyway, so that's my thoughts on this whole thing. Thank you guys for watching. I'm gonna have a new video up very soon because, like I said, this was actually a really impromptu video that I shot while shooting another video. Alrighty guys, bye!